Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this webinar where we will talk about live chat and customer messaging. With me today, I have my friends Timur and Niklas. Maybe we can see Niklas in the cam as well. Yay, there you are, Niklas. I'm here with my newest friends, as I said, Userlike, and they've been a part of Lime since last week. So today we're going to talk about, as I said, live chat and customer messaging. And we are going to look at a few things. So Niklas, if you can change the slide, please. Thank you, Niklas. As you can see, we're not in the same room. We are in 3 different locations all over Europe. So that's why we're trying to do this in a semi-automatic way. And we're going to talk about how chat and customer messaging can help you create a better business, converting more leads, and how to create a smoother service experience and happier, more loyal customers. You're also going to see a demo of Userlike, and if you have any questions, please ask them in the question part of your GoToWebinar tool on your right, and we will answer them in the end of the session. We will also make a recording of the session, and we will send it to you after the webinar. So that's what I'm going to say today, and I really want to welcome Timur and Niklas, and take it away, guys.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for having us. So hi together, I'm Timur. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Userlike. And yeah, we are very happy to be a part of Lime now. And I'm honored to present to you today with my colleague Niklas what we do and how you can successfully communicate with your customers through messaging, and by that win new customers and also make existing customers happier. So what is Userlike? Niklas, can you go to the next slide, please? With Userlike, you can offer your customers to communicate with them over their most favorite channels. And just think of yourself. What is your most favorite channel? What are you using the most, or with the people that are closest to you? I think nowadays it's not anymore here the phone, not email, but it's messaging apps. And everywhere, it's for instance, we are here from Germany. Here, WhatsApp is the #1 messaging app, and I know in the Nordics, I heard it's maybe Facebook Messenger or another channel which is more popular and more used. And when you notice, businesses haven't followed this, so businesses are not available through these channels yet. And this is where we come into the game and offer our customers, the businesses, a suite of messaging apps which they can activate and offer their customers. And yeah, we have designed on the one side a messaging experience for your website, where you have all the features that you are familiar with from private messaging, which will Niklas show you in a minute, for your website. So Userlike offers you a website messenger where you can asynchronously chat with your visitors of your website. But next to this, also you can offer your customers their favorite messaging apps. And your team has everything in one inbox and is answering these chats from the Userlike message center. And they get help because it can be in the future that your inbound customer requests from email decreases, and that the increase of messaging will be so much that you need help. And therefore, we have a bunch of chatbot capabilities which help you with doing these customer messages. And the ultimate goal that we are trying to pursue here at Userlike is to turn instant chats into long-term customer relationships. And this is where we are very happy now to work together with Lime, that once you have had an instant chat with your customer, that these can be then become customers, and that can be nurtured and be contacted again through Userlike. And why do we do this? So customers expect actually to contact you through their most beloved messaging and contact channels. Traditional customer service is all about minimizing customer communication, and it's based on the era of the desktop era, which is based on email and phone. But in the mobile era, people are on the go. They are using their mobile most of the time, and most of the time they're spending their time in the mobile apps. And there, traditional customer service solutions have not followed this way, and are not offering the possibility to integrate with all these messaging apps. And the user-like way is about binding the customer to the business, having good communication, and not about minimizing communication, about bringing the communication down. And when you think of traditional customer service solutions, it's mostly that the customer is a number, so there's a ticket. And it's always about efficiency and closing the communication and about being as efficient as possible. Whereas we think that good communication will in the end result in customer loyalty, in customer happiness, and ultimately that the user, the customer, will in the end buy from you and buy again. And just think of it. When you look at your WhatsApp, for instance, there you will find your closest friends and family members. And if you as a brand, as a company, has achieved to be in that list next to family and friends, then there is a very close relationship. And it's about a conversation which is ongoing. It's not about a ticket which has to be closed. It can be that the customer asks you something and you answer it, and maybe they're asking about a service or product which at the time was not available. But a few weeks later, you have it, or there's an update, and you can reach out to this customer again through Userlike, and they will get an update. So this is similar how you communicate with family, friends, and on WhatsApp. It's an ongoing conversation. Sometimes you don't respond to a friend or a family member very fast. Maybe it takes a week for you to answer. And this is how we see it, that it's an ongoing, long-term customer communication between you and your customers through messaging. So we can go to the next slide, Nicholas. And don't take our word for it. We have over 1,800 customers. One of them is Daimler. And Daimler is using Userlike with over 700 agents in over 20 markets. And they are making use of the website messaging, of WhatsApp, of the different channels we offer, because they have seen that messaging is so powerful, it can really connect your customer to the business. And even, for instance, especially if it's such a, let's say, pricey or complex product like a car, where the decision-making process takes a lot of time, it's very good to be in connection with your customer over a long time. And where is it better to be in connection than through messaging? So who are we, the company Userlike? So we are a team of 40 people, around 40 people here in Cologne in Germany. And we work in different departments, from development over product, customer success, marketing, and sales. And we founded the company about 10 years ago, and today we are very happy to be part of Lime and to pursue our next chapter together with Lime. So going back to the product, what you will get with Userlike is an all-in-one messaging solution. It's based on 4 pillars: the website messenger, the messaging inbox, where you can activate through Userlike all the different channels and get the website chats and the chats from these channels in one inbox. Then we have the chatbot solutions, and the 4th pillar is the messaging CRM. So once you had a chat with the customer, it's not a transcript and it's gone. You have a profile of this customer, and you can reach out to them again later, and you see all the conversations you had. But without further ado, I would give the word over to my colleague Niklas, who will show it to you. And let's get away from these slides and jump into the product.
Yeah, thank you, Timo. Hi, everybody. So my name is Niklas. I'm Key Account Manager at Userlike, and I'm happy to introduce you today to our software as a service messaging platform, Userlike. And I want to show you, the first thing that I want to show you is actually our website widget, the website chat. So Userlike, as Timo said, is it's a platform, it's an all-in-one solution. So we offer everything for around the conversation. So the front end on your website to the customer, which is the website widget, what we see here already integrated on a website, but also the interface for your sales and support agent. It's called the message center, basically, but also like a dashboard where we have the possibility to set up everything, like to have the settings for the widget, to also see some analytics area. So we have the platform for almost everything around the conversation itself. And yeah, so the first thing I want to show you is actually the website widget itself. So the benefit of the website widget, what we built with unified messaging, Userlike, is that we have like a mobile first built messenger. So as Timo said, we concentrated on messaging, not only on messenger apps like WhatsApp and Facebook, etc., but also, of course, on the website chat that have to be a messenger from Userlike, actually. And we, of course, integrated the most important and most famous features that we all know very well from personal communication that we have with family and friends on different devices, different channels. And then we focused on these channels and on these features, actually, for our own messenger for the website. So the benefit of the website chat is, of course, that it is implemented right there where the questions from the customers, from the leads might pop up. So actually the customer might be on your website, have surfing on the website, having a look on a product or on the service and have a question. And then with the chat on the website, they have the possibility to start a conversation with you guys right at the point where the question pops up. So they just clicking the chat button, then we see here like a little landing page. It's called the messenger board, where you have the possibility to like introduce yourself, introduce your, for example, the service hours, your product again, your company again, have a little privacy link. You have the customer have the possibility, of course, to start a new conversation, but also to see previous conversation, because it is possible that they have multiple conversations with you, probably on a long term, and probably also different topics which are part of these conversations. So in this case now, I just start a new conversation, and we see I become part here of the chat window. So we see in this case now nobody is online for a live chat, but I see it is not a problem. I can easily start a conversation right away, send my message to the support or sales team, and on the other side right now no one is online, but I will switch online right now, and then we see when I start a conversation that it will be routed directly already. So I start a conversation, and yeah, so in this case here I receive the conversation in the message center as an agent. So here this is the agent view, where I have actually in the message center spending a lot of time during the chat shift during the day. So I'm in the inbox right now. This is one and the most important part, I would say, of the message center, because this is actually where the conversation with the customer takes place. And on the other side, the customer has here decided to start a conversation on the website chat. But as Timo mentioned, we're also offering different channels. This is the big benefit and the advantage with unified messaging as a platform for multiple and different channels. The customer have the freedom to decide themselves which channel they want to use. If they prefer a conversation on WhatsApp, for example, because this is always on their smartphone with them, they can easily start that channel if you have integrated it to Userlike. If they want to start a WhatsApp Facebook conversation, they can start it there, or on the website, of course, on the website chat. So it doesn't matter actually for your sales and support agents which channel the customer prefer. They can easily have the freedom and can easily start a conversation there. But on the other side, your agent have the freedom and the advantage that they have all conversations, it doesn't matter from which channel, in one platform, in one interface. This is called the message center and the inbox, what we see here. And the great benefit here is that we don't have actually a difference between the channels. So for me, it doesn't matter if it is a Facebook channel or it is a WhatsApp conversation. The only thing how I can divide them, I can see the little icon here. So this is a Facebook channel, this is a WhatsApp. I also have SMS in place, or Threema, Telegram channel. These are all channels that are implemented within Userlike and can be enabled. And many more are coming soon. So we have, of course, a lot of more channels that are interesting for us. But WhatsApp and Facebook are the most important for, I would say, Europe and maybe for the world. So the most of the people have the WhatsApp conversation. So for me, it is no difference as an agent, as I mentioned. If this is a WhatsApp channel, I see when I click through these different conversations from different channels, it's always the same look and feel. It doesn't matter. And on the other side, in this case, I started a website chat, and as I mentioned, we focused on features for mobile conversations, and we all know it very well. So just to mention that, it's up to date, that the latest set of emojis, of course, because this became more important in the communication also with businesses, but also a big important feature is the possibility to send files, actually just drag and drop, or to upload a picture with a smartphone. You can easily just make a picture of, for example, the delivery which arrived. It probably was bent, and you can easily make a picture and send it via the chat. This is, of course, a possibility not only for the customer on this side, but also here possible for the agent on the other side. So sending files like PDFs or pictures, images, it is possible directly via the chat. And another feature which is very typical for mobile and messenger communication, it is the little microphone icon here. We know it very well from the WhatsApp communication. We all know the people running in front of with a mobile phone in front of their mouth and recording voice messages, asynchronous voice messages, and this is also part of the website chat here. So of course this is a feature which comes from WhatsApp and Facebook, but we also offering it in the website chat. So the customer maybe come on the website, start a conversation with you, and probably this is a long topic, and then they start a voice message, just record it, and this will be sent as audio file to Userlike. I just received a new chat here with I think it is Timo. I'm not sure, but I guess. And I received this voice message here. So when I click on it, I can hear it. Yes, so if I hear it, I can also actually answer by recording a voice message. So it is possible to have a asynchronous communication, not by text also, but by text, but it's also possible to have it by voice actually, and have a asynchronous voice communication. This is a feature which is very well known from WhatsApp especially, but is also now possible to have it on the website. And yeah, so now I have a conversation with the chat here on the website, and how is it looking on how it looks like in the message center, the inbox. So I have the conversation here now with Timur, and I see, of course, the input of the text here. I have some important navigation events or some status changes, so some internal information for me. But of course, the most important area here is the text input fields, because all the most important features are integrated here. So I, as an agent, have, for example, the possibility to set pre-selected to send pre-selected chat macros. So, for example, I have that macro selected here, send it easily. So this can be pre-selected and prepared actually, and can be sent very quick and easy. Then we have a lot of different triggers. It's called commands. That is, for example, the dispatch function to send a dispatch email of the transcript to another department within your company or to another colleague. you can easily dispatch the whole conversation, including the notes that we have, for example, the information about the customer, for example, the information about the conversation itself, how often the customer came to the website before or started a conversation, and which notes are. So everything will be packed in one email and sent, for example, to another feature. And one important feature, what Timur shows us here is that we have the possibility to also see what the customer is typing and see what he wants to say and want to write before he is actually sending it. So this is just right now not part of the chat transcript. It is not sent, but I see it already. So I can prepare myself to the answer. For example, look for information, search for the right content that I want to deliver. And yeah, so when it comes part of the conversation, then I can actually start typing the information and the answer. Before it would be a bit creepy, but now I can start the conversation and answer to Timur. So I will just easily, for example, also here possibility to send like a emoji. Yeah, so I also have the possibility to send files. We have also the possibility to record voice messages, but I mentioned already. And then we have a little new icon here. This is it's the phone icon. So we also offer a possibility to have like a audio call. It's like it's like a telephone call without the telephone. It's a complete browser-based communication actually, where I can have a deep conversation, voice-based and synchronous, so live, like a normal call with the customer, but via the chat. So for example, I switch to my conversation again and start that. When I offer a conversation, when I offer like a call feature, I see it comes here, be part of this feature and of this widget, and the customer have the possibility to answer that call or deny it. I will now deny it, but yeah, so this is how it works. So I can have, like, if it comes to a deeper point, I can easily offer like a phone call to the customer to have a deeper discussion, for example. And one feature here is also the live translation. We offer a lot of translations. So with the next release, we also extend this list of translation of languages actually, which is available. All the Nordic languages are also available. So, for example, you in Sweden, there comes a person from Norway and writing in this language. So then you can probably don't speak Norwegian, but you can just enable the translation. It will be translated to your language, Swedish probably. And you can easily answer in Swedish as well. So the customer will receive the answer in his language. So you both are writing in your own language. The translation is there, that the translation will take place, and so you have a lot of more quality within the communication because everyone can write in his own language. Yeah, so this is a live translation feature. It's supported by DeepL, our translation partner. It's a very good translation tool, which can be used within the conversation itself. To the end, I just want to mention or show you also the other parts of the message center, because right now we just took a look at the inbox. It's actually the most important part. That's why it is worth to talk a bit longer about that. But we also have important parts here, like the so-called all conversations area. It's like a history place for all conversations that have take place or already right now are in place. So we have like a history and a real-time list of all conversations. And you can easily filter here by different, for example, topics. You can filter by ratings. So if you want to say, I only want to see the very good conversation with 5 stars, or only the 1-star ratings because probably something was wrong, I can easily filter them. And then I also have the possibility to, for example, like export them, delete them. So this is, I would say, more the admin and supervisor area here, but it's also part of the message center. And The third part of the message center, it's like a little CRM component within Userlike. We have like a messaging CRM component. It's like the contact list. The contact list is basically the area where we have a list of all contacts, or the persons that are in contact with you via the different channels that are implemented. So for example, when I click here, I have like a contact detail, like a profile. In the best case, of course, filled with all information, and I have a list of conversations with this customer. In this case, only one conversation, but it could be a longer list with different channels and different conversations. For example, also assigned to different operators, different topics were in a part of this conversation. So we have like a history of all conversations we had with this customer in the long term. That's why it is possible to have long-term conversation, and also, for example, to restart conversations from my side. So if, for example, 2 weeks later, I have the possibility to update the customer on dedicated topics, I can do it easily. Yeah, so I think took a look at the time, so I think we should switch to the questions, right?
Thank you, Nicholas. And I'm on the screen, or with you can see me now as well, and maybe we can see you, Timur and Nicholas, as well, answering the questions. Thanks a lot for this this demo. I've gotten quite some questions, so we'll see if we have time to answer them all here, but I've chosen a few of them. And the first is actually also connected to Line. Is Userlike integrated to Line CRM or Line Go? Actually, we haven't had time to do that yet. No, so it's not integrated yet with a standard integration. We will do that. And we will come back to you on the progress of that, but it's still very integratable. We have good APIs and so on, so there's also possibilities of doing customer customizations if we want to do that. I answered the first question myself. The other questions, I will need your help, Timur and Nicholas. We've gotten a question from Lina, and she asked, would you say that this is applicable for B2B customers as well as B2C customers? You're talking a lot about WhatsApp and Facebook, and traditionally you maybe think of B2C here. So, but is it also applicable to B2B?
Yes, that's a very good question, and yes, it's applicable. We have a lot of customers who are only working B2B and using Userlike, the website messenger, as well as the channels in a B2B use case. For instance, we have Continental, the tire company in Germany, as a customer, and they are using Userlike to connect to their suppliers. And so there are many use cases where you can, for instance, if your partners and suppliers or B2B partners are also a lot on the go and not behind the screens, for instance, integration with the Messenger app makes sense. But also there are a lot of, for example, B2B portals where your B2B customers are ordering things, and where it can be used. So everywhere where customer communication, partner communication happens, you can use Userlike.
Absolutely. Thank you, Timur. Another question from Kaisa here. How does the customer find you on WhatsApp, for example? How do the customers start the conversation through WhatsApp with you?
It is possible. Yeah, sure. It is possible to have like a QR code or a direct link to the WhatsApp number that you have activated. So it's basically like a communication. In future, we will also have like a add-on on the website widget where the customer also can click on. But basically, it's just a communication of the number, and you can use a QR code that the customer can easily scan and then right away start a conversation with you. So it is very easy for the customer to start that.
Yeah, but then we also offer workshops soon, professional services around the implementation of messaging apps. So there we can also then help if where there are questions where to implement the messaging communication.
Good, thank you. A question from Ramil. Is it outbound as well, or is it only inbound?
Good question. So we are focused on mostly on inbound. So it's not an outbound mass communication. You cannot reach out like thousands of your WhatsApp contacts through Userlike. So it's always Userlike is about one-on-one communication. And in this case, it can be then also outbound that you as a business pick up a conversation that has been done before, and you can reach out to the customer again from Userlike. But it's, I think the question was probably more about outbound marketing communication, which we're not doing. No.
Good, thank you. And can you control which employee or agent, as we call it, that receives the chat, depending on, for example, which country the chat is coming from, or other variables or other information around the person chatting?
Yes, so we have a like intelligent routing system integrated within Userlike. It's an AI-based routing system. So of course we have like operator groups, so you can organize your team within different groups for our markets, for product groups or something. But also like for skill routes, like skill routing, you can set different rules for the operators. So and different skills. So some are speaking more languages, for example, some are for multiple topics available. So yeah, we have like a intelligent routing, so this is absolutely automatically be done.
Good, thank you. I see that the time is 2 minutes past 10. And I think that we will answer one last question, and then we will try to, since we can see the names of you who are attending and also your email addresses, we'll try to answer your questions by email to you afterwards. But let's take one last question here. It's an interesting question here from Matthias. Are Userlike, or are there many similar solutions, not just the live chat, but also the unified messaging, the customer messaging? Are there a lot of solutions out there on the market, or are you quite new and quite unique with your solution?
Yes, so with the connection that we have made, the different features, we are quite unique. Of course, there are solutions which cover parts of Userlike, but in this combination of being an all-in-one messaging solution, having the contacts, the channels, the chatbot solution, and the website solution, you as a Lime customer, you have now really a good offer that you can make use and which is really Europe leading here with our software. Yeah.
And that is, thank you for that. And that is, of course, also one of the really exciting things that we at Lime saw with Userlike. It's really innovative technology as well. And it's something where we see it can give a lot of value to all our customers. So I think that we will stop here. And if you feel that you're interested and that you want to know more, just contact us. If you know who your customer responsible at Lime is, just call them or send them an email. Otherwise, go into to our webpage, call our customer service or chat. We don't have the Userlike chat yet, but it's coming. Don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll help you with all the questions and the things that you have. And you will have the recorded sent to you as well. So thanks, guys. Thank you, Niklas and Timur, for joining here. And thank you all you who have attended the webinar. And hopefully talk to you soon again. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.